I heard that.
We're supposed to do this, well, we can tell if it's on. Welcome everyone to the council meeting. The consideration for approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Paul,
Second.
Don, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Same.
Okay. 2 for it, 2 abstain, that's okay. You went 3, Steve? Oh, you just-
For approval minutes, it's okay.
It's not a major proposition.
Go, you can,
It's not a time.
no,
Okay.
I can,
Yeah,
it's okay.
it passes. Oh, no, I'm trying to think if that could be like a fine, like a rotary, because you did come to the meeting and something was messed up.
Yeah, but if we reported in that we weren't gonna be here.
Okay. Fair enough. On to 11A, application for exempt permit, Good Samaritan Society, November 21st.
This is for their annual raffle.
So moved. By Josh, there a second?
Second.
Paul, any further discussion? Well, she's in Josh's seat. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimous. Consent items 5A through C, any questions? Motion by Mike, is there a second?
Second.
Paul, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimous. 13A, 2014 election judge appointments.
These are individuals that have made an application with the city to be the election judges for the primary, which is on August 12th, and the general election, which is on November 4th.
What are we paying per hour?
We are paying $9 a week.
So just go ahead because August 1st, the new wage comes in sort of that.
Correct.
All right, very good. Motion by Mike, is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries unanimous. 13B, resolution amending bylaws of the Firefighters Relief Association effective 12/31/14. You're up. First off, before you start, on Sunday, thanks for the feed, the chicken feed that we had at the Legion was really good grilling, so please tell all of the firefighters, thank you for your contribution and for the work on Sunday. Did you have a turnout, or how many you have?
440.
Is that about same as last year?
Right around there. Sometimes it gets closer to 5.
Okay, all right, thank you, go ahead.
Our last fire department meeting, the fire department, the members approved asking for a $50 raise in our retirement benefits. So it'd be from 1875 to 1925, which it will not cost the city anything. Our investments were up, so right now we're fully vested. We're $39,000 over if every firefighter would retire. And which part of that was we got $8,000 from the state, which they hired the Fire Chiefs Association, Full-Time Firefighters Association, and Firefighters Association hired lobbyists, which is an insurance surcharge that was supposed to go to the firefighters, which was always being used for other stuff. So the lobbyists got that money to now go to the fire department. So we received $8,000, which goes to our retirements.
We get that annually, really?
It should be that way now for quite a while.
Where does that come from?
Insurance surcharge.
Oh, that's new search, okay.
How much of the $8,000 would you use up per year with this increase?
I don't really know, I guess.
Was your
That takes away from, that shows that we made that much more, so it would take away from the city contribution.
It lowers the city cut.
Yeah.
That's it.
Guess that's something.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, our investments are up. We've had our annual audit, and she said everything looks good.
Vote it. Okay. Any questions from anyone?
Then if you get this annual contribution, would they have to come back every year then, even though it decreases our liability, would they have to come back every year to get a increase?
It will, if they run an increase and they are fully funded, they still have to come before the council. And if they're short, they have to make sure they come before the council.
So, they have to come before the council no matter what.
Correct. Yeah.
They will automatically get a raise for them, they have to come in.
Or would they be coming to us for a raise that would come out of the funds that,
Correct.
okay?
That they receive in its entirety. Their investments and the insurance surcharge. Okay. All right, council wishes,
So moved, dispense with the reading.
Paul. Then Mike, Spencer, reading. Mike, okay. Anything you wanna add, Caleb or Joe? All in favor, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by show of hands. Opposed? Resolution passes 4-0 unanimous. That's effective January next year, right? December 31st of this year? Okay. Thanks, fellas, and thanks for having us on to the department. Yep. Thank you on behalf of the community. 13C resolution demolition loan application, Molly.
In your packet before you is a resolution allowing us to again apply for the demolition loan program. You may recall last January or so, I came before you and we submitted an application. Unfortunately, we were not successful. However, we have another opportunity to apply. Applications are due to the state on August 1st. This is the program that we would propose to use for the demolition of the former hospital. And the terms are such that if in fact we do the demolition and the property is redeveloped, we could potentially receive a 50% grant on the money that we receive from the state for the demolition. So again, not much has changed since we applied in January. You may recall the cost. Of course, we're just estimating, but the estimated cost for demolition is about $345,000, which includes the asbestos abatement and the demolition and all other things necessary to get that to a site that could potentially be redeveloped.
This is a resolution form.
Correct.
So we'll dispense with the reading.
Lonnie,
Second, dispense with the reading.
Paul, any further discussion? And when is this gonna be in before August 1st?
It's due on August 1st.
Okay, and we should know within 90 days? Give or take?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Any further discussion or anything you want to add? All in favor signify by show of hands. Opposed? Resolution passes 4-0 unanimous. Thank you for doing that, Norm. 50D, amendment to grant agreement for 2014-2015 airport maintenance.
The state of Minnesota funded the Department of Transportation, Department of Aeronautics, an additional $4 million in the last legislative session, so they're asking us to do an amendment to the grant agreement, increasing the amount of money that they are willing to give us. By $1,870.30.
We want to vote.
I would hope that you would vote in favor of such a motion.
Don already made a motion, he's just gonna run about way of how he did it. Second by Mike, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried unanimous. Wellhead protection, phase 1 bids, Mark.
As I said, we were approached by the Department of Health to go ahead and get to the drinking water supply management area wellhead protection updated. It has to be updated every 10 years. They asked us to go ahead and start early. We went out to bids. We sent out 7 bids, I believe. We received 2. What was,
LBG was 14,800, and Stantec, which did the first wellhead protection plan for the city, was $7,494.
Do you have an estimate, Mark?
no, we did not.
Remember what the last time it was?
It was like 25,000. Now, the reason that, Stantec is lower is Bonus Road, who did it last time, basically, it had been moved over to Stantec, so they have all our critical information starting out. The other company does not, so they have all the delineations of the wells. They have all the information that we worked on 10 years ago, so,
Didn't Stantec buy out?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
sure, right, yeah.
so they have all that information that Bonus Road had. So that's why they're, where they are, and the same individual that did it before would be doing it again.
Did you look over the bid, Steve?
I just think
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay, so you recommending,
Recommending low bid of Stantec.
okay,
So move.
done.
Second.
Paul, any further discussion? When will we do it, Mark?
There is a schedule. We have to have our first, I believe, public meeting is December of this year. And, then we'll move through the phases, but we need to get that one, public hearing, I believe it is, by December 31st of this year. And, I will make contact as soon as he gets the, contract here signed, and we'll be making contact with him. He'll be down and we'll be going through the process.
Very good, okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried to accept low bid.
One other comment, this is phase 1. There will be a phase 2. And I believe there's a phase 3. So in the next 3 years, we'll be coming back with the information, we'll be having public hearings and moving through the process.
Maybe explain to everybody, and the folks that are watching, exactly what this does.
Okay, what it is, it takes out at our well field, which is out north of town. We have 6 wells. What the company will do is delineate the wells. Delineation of the wells is where they'll decide where the water is coming from. Most of our water moves from the southwest to the northeast. Underground water basically moves to the larger rivers. And if you think of underground as the same as above ground, there's rivers and lakes underground. They will take the time that it takes for the water to move, say 100 feet, and they'll delineate that out, tell you how far it moves and how long it takes you to get there. Also will require the, I can't even tell you the kind of meters that they use. We'll also be doing some test hole drilling. It's a process, it'll take a while. So, and it covers I believe a 2.5 by 2.5 mile square area out north of town. It comes from the city limits, goes out 2.5 miles, and then goes from Highway 4 2.5 miles over to the LaSalle Road.
This will not necessarily tell us, as we had a few years ago, like we were having 100-year-old water that we're drinking, and then it was 50-year-old water.
That's the isotopes that are in the water. That has not been done yet. I've been working with the state of Minnesota also on that. They said that they will, in the future, be able to tell us what the age is on it. As of right now, we're looking at around 50 years old. So,
But less than 20 years ago, it was 100-year-old,
correct.
so that means we're using more than,
Correct.
depleting it more than it's coming
Right.
in. Okay, well,
What would they do in phase 2 and 3?
It goes into a little more in depth. Right now, they're going to just look at kind of what's out there. We will be doing surveys about septic systems, wells. We have to have a program that if there is any hazardous waste spilled out there, what is our criteria for, getting that cleaned up? We'll be talking with, all the different, agencies in the county. We've already, sent letters out to them, so we'll be coordinate plans with them as to who will notify who about what and who will help who do what. It's,
What was that?
yeah, I
Who's
know.
on first? Who's on
Yeah.
first?
It's kind of, it's a lot of paperwork, but it's stuff that we already have a lot of it done, but still needs to be updated.
And that's each phase,
Each phase will be updating
okay.
from, the previous, well protection plan that we have. This also will go towards, helping us to understand what's under the ground better. So they'll be doing a little more in-depth on that too. So hopefully, I think we pretty much got everything surveyed of where the wells are and what's there. It's just getting information out to the people who live in the area too.
Well, they also then, when they're doing this, the work on this, next 3 years, also help people to understand that how much water we've gone through and how people can help do more conservation within.
Correct,
Conservation
we'll
too?
be sending out information on that, yeah, look forward to seeing more in the paper, but once we've gotta get through this first setup to December 31st, and then we'll go more into the in-depth of it. So,
Thank you.
You can give a little review of that tomorrow, please?
That would be great.
After she gets all the material, reads it, then she can give us the report.
It would be great.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Yeah, 2 minutes crack repair bids.
We opened bids this afternoon, there was only one bid from Farner Asphalt Sealers for $51,000. The engineer's estimate was $44,125. This is both state and federal participation at the airport.
So is that what we do?
They're out of Leclaire, Wisconsin,
Is it 92,
9010, might even be
5, 4, 5?
95, and then 90 some of the state, and then the balance city.
In the past, how many other people have given us bids on that?
Actually, this is the first time we've gone to bid for the crack sealing at the airport.
We've had to
Just
do
quoted
it before, haven't we?
We've done it in-house, but now we found through the DOT maintenance FAA that we can do this through the grant program. So rather than the city picking up 100% of it, we are now doing it 90.
So if the city does it, we can't use the
We
grant.
can only use $18,000 total maintenance on the airport.
This is a savings to us. But did Bargain pick up a?
Bargain did not. There was 3 specs sent out, or 3 people picked up specs and only 1 returned bids. I was very surprised Bargain didn't,
Yeah.
because I've talked to him about it several times.
Okay, so we need to vote. Motion to approve,
Yes.
okay, second,
Second.
all any further discussion? Seeing you and hand raised, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried unanimous. How long ago did we, put an overlay out there, or seal coat?
Close to 5.
Okay, was it about due?
I believe it's in next year's or the year after's finance or capital improvement
So you get the
plan.
crack seal and then,
Then we seal coat it
okay,
and then restripe it.
doesn't need overlay.
Nope, not at this time. Hopefully not for the next 7 years.
Okay, very good. Okay, fine. Done. Oh, Steve, so,
Just a reminder to everybody that has not had their water meters replaced yet, to call a toll-free number, 855-848-2839. Make a reservation. We'd like to get them done within the next month, if possible.
somebody is out there to do that.
No, I do not. I think Adam will report that when we get that far. Yes.
Anything else, Joe?
I have nothing else.
Okay, I'll do it in the morning video.
Appreciate that.
Caleb, Joe, Ray? No. Mark?
Water meter installation is going well. There's 2 individuals here this week. There were 3. We're working basically on the residential meters right now. Hopefully next week, one of the individuals will be back to start finishing the large meters. But really do appreciate everybody that has called in and the cooperation they have given us.
Do you have a guess what percentage you've done, Mark? Of
A
residential?
little over a third.
Okay. So there's quite a few to go.
There's still quite a few to go. They're putting anywhere from 20 to 25 meters a person in a day. So when they're working 5 to 6 days a week, so it's moving along. But they haven't been at full force except for only last week and a half.
We got 1,400
How many do we have?
of residential, single family residential.
We got pretty close to 1,700.
Okay.
So there's about 2,200 total.
Multifamily and commercial is done.
Not all of them, but not all the apartment. Yeah, I would say we got 1 left to do on that, if I remember right.
Alright. Anything else, Mark?
Nope.
Adam?
Electric install is on the home stretch. We're sitting at, after today, I think we're right around 425 to 430 left to go. I'm hoping
Out of,
out of 23 something,
so almost 90%.
we're hopefully by next Thursday, we are done or have just a handful left. So,
Gone well?
gone very well.
Anything else?
Nope.
Mark, you can give us, give a press release and on the TV at 5, and give a little updates for people that didn't see it. I know you're not.
Can't just turn the watch channel at 10 o'clock.
That's not good enough, Mark. But thanks. Don't shake your head. Just give me-
Okay. What the mayor's talking about is reference, we had 5 vehicles that were broken into over the weekend at the Armory. While the National Guardsmen were up at Camp Ripley, and in one of the vehicles, 2 handguns were taken. And those handguns, one is a .44 caliber revolver, the other one is a black Beretta semi-automatic 40 caliber, which is almost identical to the handguns that we carry. We're working on getting as much information as possible to try to find those guns, but for us, if you take the crime itself is one thing, but the fact that these handguns are out and floating around is what's the biggest concern that we have right now. So we are asking for the public for their help, that if they should have information, they can call in, they can remain anonymous. They just have to call 375-3222. That's 375-3222. And if you have any kind of tips that we will take, any information, the biggest concern is that, as I explained kind of on the television, is as to what took place is usually an act that's done by younger individuals, usually in the teenage to young adult age, and that's the biggest concern with the guns that are out there. If you have younger people that don't know how to actually handle these guns are loaded. Ammunition was also taken with it, so we do have concerns. So that's what we're working on right now.
Very good. Thanks, Mark, very much. It was on 6 o'clock news on Channel 12. It'll be again on 10 o'clock
Yeah.
news, Mark.
Yes.
Any other questions, you get the information. So thank you for it. Linda?
On Friday night, July 4th, we will have the Red Bulls Brass Quintet at 7 o'clock at Memorial Park. They will play at 7, and the Opera House Restoration Committee will have food and ice cream type social starting at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that, down at Memorial Park. So come bring your lawn chairs, your pocketbook, and insect repellent. Okay. The movie this weekend at the Princess is Fault of Our Stars. We will not have a movie on the 4th of July because we're all gonna be at the park. It's rated PG-13.
Very good, thank you. And again, thanks, fireworks is July 4th at 10 p.m. This week's, Plain Dealer, we have an article that shows all the sponsors. For this year, there's, I think, 9 or 10 of them, if I remember right, so please remember those sponsors and thank them for it. It's over $7,000. It's an article this week in the Plain Dealer. Molly? Okay, motion to adjourn. Thanks everyone for attending. Have a good night. Enjoy the safe and happy 4th of July.